I'm here with the Lovecats Burlesque show, and we're with
Azaria Starfire.
Top Cat.
I don't have a fancy name. Brian Mullen.
So guys, do you want to tell us a little bit about burlesque?
Sure. Well, our take on burlesque is a very light take on it, so we really focus on the comedy. Our show is really based on song and dance, and we have some musicians. We have our own jazz band, and we have comedians and all kinds of gorgeous stuff going on. So we also have a little bit of classic vintage striptease, but you know, again, the whole emphasis is on the humour of it. So. Yeah.
And do you want to tell me a little bit about the history of burlesque and how you got into it?
How we got into it is through the Harbour Bar in Bray. They were running a Rocky Horror Night and wanted to expand it to burlesque. A friend of all of ours, Ray Gorman, sort of brought us together and then ran away off to college in Nottingham, I think he is. So we started again. So I started organising it and getting people together and ran the first show last October in the Harbour Bar. So that's about 8.5 months ago, and we've been just going at it since, having great fun.
I believe it's become very popular as well.
Yeah, it's a really huge time for burlesque at the moment. It's really big in Dublin, in the city, and all over the world. So we have friends in New York and in LA that are all big, like, you know, burlesque performers, and it's a great time for it.
And where can people see the show?
Well, our show is going to be on 2 nights over the summer festival, so the 17th and the 18th. So Saturday night in the Harbour Bar is going to be a sneak peek, a little preview of what's happening on Sunday night, which will be here in the Grand Pavilion. So that's our big show, a 2-hour show with highlights of all the best of our stuff from the last couple of months. So.
And we have the jazz musician here as well, Brian.
Yeah, right.
So do you want to tell us a little bit about your role?
Okay, well, I started off as the musician for the show, and we did a lot with just one of our big acts is a silent movie act, where we perform a proper silent movie with the old style ragtime music, and that's one of the centerpieces of the show. Now, I started off being the one musician, and as it moved on with the show, we added a bass player and a drummer and a trumpet player and a sax player, and now we have a full-blown jazz band to support the swing acts.
So you're the mastermind behind that then? So guys, what's next then after the Bray Summerfest, which is obviously a big gig for you? What's happening next?
The next show we'll have after that will be just the week after at the Knockin' Festival, then spotted around a few performances at festivals and weekends, but our next main show is August the 14th in the Pint on Eden Quay. That'll be another full show, 2.5 hours with guests coming over from Southampton to perform in the show.
Oh, great.
And all big brand new acts and numbers with lots of exciting props. So if you're interested in the dramatics and theatrics of it all, I'd say come and see that show. It's going to be really exciting.
There's a nice cool breeze coming from this behind me, which is absolutely lovely in the heat. Do you want to tell me, there's boylesque as well. Do you want to tell me what that is?
It's too hot for words, that's what it is.
Well, I'm glad we've got a cool breeze here then.
We have 3 sensational male performers, and they're going to do a really sassy act. I actually nearly fainted the first time I saw it, but you know, that's me. They're going to do a James Bond themed act, so 3 of them. I wouldn't miss that if I were you.
I might check that out. It sounds pretty interesting, I have to say.
Checking out to be done with it for sure. It's some good stuff. So.
Oh, I'm blushing.
It would essentially be the name given to the male side of doing striptease, and that, I suppose, is the equality nowadays, that it's not just about the women taking it off.
Well, I'm all for that, I have to say. Listen, guys, thanks very much for chatting to us.
Thank you.